So this one's kind of a niche. Second Peter. You're probably not going to read Second Peter unless you've read First Peter, and I know I said that with other sequels, but this is probably especially true with the book of Second Peter. This is we talked about other books kind of being a last will and testament, if you will, for other authors like Paul, other epistle writers, knowing that their time is probably come. And this is their last letter they're going to be writing. That's Second Peter for Peter. He knows that his execution's coming. He's following up with the same church in Asia Minor, which is modern day Turkey. I don't know if I remember to say that last video, but yes, it is modern day Turkey, and he's writing to them, following up on what he said the first time. That though he knows that his time is coming to an end, that he wants them to continue to live faithfully, to grow. Right? He even says, "Beware, grow." Essentially, in chapter 3 of this book, was it beware, grow, or but grow? Anyway, he also talks about the return of the Lord. He references things that Peter, the apostle, would have known, being up on the mountain for transfiguration, among others. Talks about his relationship with Paul a little bit in this book, right? That I'm trying to think of a good example from like a movie or something that where the mentor-like figure knows that they're gonna die, but it's pass on what you've learned. Right? Yoda. Gotta get Star Wars in here again, right? What's the last words that Yoda says to Luke? Pass on what you've learned, right? That's kind of what Peter's going on here. Pass on what you've learned. Grow. Don't be afraid. Growth, change can be scary. Oh, the old joke, how many Lutherans does it take to change a light bulb? We'll never know. Lutherans say change. Anyway, this is a book that challenges us to grow. If you're looking for a epistle that, or if you're looking for a book in our Bible library that speaks to the challenges of growing, but also puts things in perspective. Peter writes us knowing he's going to die. This is his last words that he wants shared with the world. What are we doing with our life? Can we be certain that these aren't our end of days, right? God, I hope not, but what would we want our last words to be? How do we want our precious life that we have lived? These are themes of how Peter sees that we can be the church in this book of 2nd Peter. So, tomorrow we're going to wrap out the week with the first of 3, a trilogy. See if you can guess it.